Hello everyone, this is Barcelona News World. The following are the headline we are going to discuss. Gavi's defiant message after Inter 4-3 Barcelona. They were scared of the season we're having. Why Real Madrid stars are angry with Barcelona players ahead of El Clásico. Their comments are ridiculous. Referee Szymon Marciniak hits back at Barcelona criticism. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Welcome. Almost a day after Barcelona's painful 3-4 defeat to Inter Milan at Montjuic, which saw them crash out of the Champions League semi-finals on a 7-6 aggregate, Gavi has finally broken his silence. The young midfielder, who came on late in extra time as Barca pushed desperately for a comeback, waited longer than most of his teammates to speak publicly. Through his social media, the combative midfielder has sent an emotional message to the Barcelona fans while criticizing the referee's performances on the night. Gavi's message to fans after Inter loss. Gavi's long Instagram post began by addressing the defeat to Inter Milan and the heartbreak it brought to the players and the fans alike. "It's very tough, especially knowing how close we were as Barca fans," he wrote on his post. The midfielder went on to lambast the referees for their controversial calls, which cost Barcelona dearly on the night. He wasn't the only one either, as club president Joan Laporta also used a similar tone. "They didn't want us to reach that final because they were scared of the season we're having," he wrote. "It doesn't matter how many years we've gone without winning the Champions League, although I know it's very tough and I'd love to win it every year. I'm sure we'll win it if we're all together. I know it'll happen," he added. However, Gavi urged the Barcelona fans to move on and focus on the upcoming El Clásico against Real Madrid on May 11th, a must-win game for the Catalans, in the context of the title race. "Let's tear up the Montjuic on Sunday and win," he said on the Real Madrid game, adding, "As hot as we are now, we can close out this season by winning 3 titles." With 4 points separating the two sides, the Clasico is indeed nicely poised, with Real Madrid in particular, seeking retribution after being beaten thrice by Hansi Flick's men this season. Their comments are ridiculous. Referee Szymon Marciniak hits back at Barcelona criticism. Referee Szymon Marciniak has bit back at Barcelona after coming in for plenty of criticism from the club following their Champions League exit at Inter. Manager Hansi Flick hit out at the match official after the loss at San Siro, while club president Joan Laporta has also said his team were denied a place in the final by the referee. Marciniak is not too impressed and has now hit back at the comments from the Catalans. "Their comments are ridiculous. What can I say about these stupid comments? I did not hurt anyone," he said via Mundo Deportivo. Marciniak was also asked about comments from Barcelona midfielder Pedri, who has called on UEFA to look into the referee, and replied, "I am ready for anything." The ref also insisted there was nothing wrong with Inter's equalizer to make it 3-3 and take the game into extra time. He added, "Inter's third goal was definitely valid." Why Real Madrid stars are angry with Barcelona players ahead of El Clásico. A number of leading members of the dressing room at La Liga giants Real Madrid were left less than impressed by their counterparts, in the aftermath of the recent meeting between the sides. That's according to Marca, who have this week provided an insight into the latest developments behind the scenes in Spain's capital. Barcelona and Real Madrid are of course set to lock horns for the latest time this weekend. As much will come in a crunch clash atop the La Liga table, a potential title decider for Hansi Flick's Barca. This will mark the 4th occasion this season on which Spanish football's 2 biggest clubs have locked horns, between the League Cup and Super Cup. When all was said and done at La Cartuja, it was Barcelona who again emerged triumphant, courtesy of a last-gasp extra-time winner. As per Marca, comments laid out by the likes of Lamine Yamal and Inigo Martinez following the full-time whistle were considered hugely disrespectful at Real Madrid. The former, for one, stated proudly, "No matter how many goals Madrid score, it doesn't matter, they just can't beat us this year." This coming Sunday, Carlo Ancelotti's Blancos will therefore set about getting revenge on their most bitter rivals. Connor Laird, GSFN. See you on next video.